Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Blue Otter League. We have an absolute banger game ahead of you here tonight. I am Sharpie. This is Gitano. How are you feeling tonight so far?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm fresh off work. I still got my dress shirt on. I'm ready to go. So
You're dressed to impress.
Oh yeah, you got to. So excited to be here. We did have a little bit of a switch up in the games that are going to be streamed tonight. It was supposed to be, if I can pull up everything here, I got to make sure I have it. It was supposed to be Surge versus DZG, if I recall correctly. We've switched it over to, if I can grab those things right, Monkeys Emerald versus Horizon Gaming. So we've got the little switcheroo going on up here, and the teams are right into the draft right away. So without further ado, shall we jump right into it?
Let's do it. Blitz going off the table, Volibear on the other side, Akali, definitely some target picks here. You know, everyone kind of memes about the Blitz polls, but when they do land and you get, that important piece taken out, it just changes games. So Volibear on the other side, bringing up the storms and the bad weather. We don't want any of that. Let's just get them out.
Yeah, I moved from Minnesota down to Arizona to get rid of the snow and the thunderstorms and all of that. So I'm happy to see Volibear gone. And speaking of electricity, Zeri is off the table as well.
Yes. Oh, it's still in Minnesota. My parents are in Arizona, so we'll have to grab some breakfast at some point and
There we go.
grab some coffee, and we can just broadcast people about their daily lives from practice.
Oh yeah,
So-
I'm about it. We can shoutcast some cafes and play by play the waiters and waitresses delivering bagels and
There we go.
whatnot. I'm about it.
Jinx and Tristan, a lot of 80 carry bans going on here. 3 out of the 6 being picked here, and an early Xin Zhao. Lots of early aggression from that jungle. We'll see maybe an invade.
Yeah, the Xin Zhao is definitely a solid jungler, has a lot of early priority, especially when you hit that level 3. This is a great level 3 jungling champion there for the early pro activities. Jinx and Zeri, I just want to mention that really quick. Across all of Europe today, it was picked in just about every single game. So those two champions, I don't enjoy watching them too much, but I'm glad they're both off the table. They're both just really strong carries right now, and the response to the Xin Zhao is going to be the Jarvan. So we have our jungle matchup lined up already.
Yeah, just a nice classicism that it can bring. Hopefully, now we're looking at, a little bit maybe of mobiles or some dashes, some Ezreal, something mid that can maybe dash like an Ahri, something to get out of that. But if that J4 can really lock, your centerpiece is down, it spells disaster for the other team. And it looks like Kai'Sa being picked up as well. A lot of people, you can go 3 different ways really to build. You can do the hybrid, AP, AD, so really just opening up the game a little bit.
Kai'Sa is definitely very strong. There's, like you're saying, there's a bunch of different builds that you can go with. What's been a little bit more popular recently, though, is that more kind of crit style build where you want to just go a bit more all in for the damage and the lethal tempo kind of gameplay, as Corki is going to be the lock-in. So definitely a bit of scaling to, for the Xin Zhao to help Corki get through that early game. And then you have that late game assurance of the Rafflecopter. We'll have to see what they want to pick in the bot lane. I'm assuming an 80 carry is going to be coming in here. Vars would be a good one. Ashe would be another one. I would expect to see one of those two. Oh, it will be the Sivir. Interesting.
Sivir, great utility for the team. Really press that ult, get everyone where they need to be. That J4, a little bit happy to see the Sivir. He can kind of really just, drag her down into the Dome City and have fun. But Corki, I've not seen in a hot minute. Those rockets, the ratios, and definitely, like we said, the scaling that goes on with him. He can be a beast late game. If that Xin Zhao, picks him out early, that's going to spell disaster.
A lot of wave clear there for the Monkeys as well with that Corki Sivir, as Karma is going to be the pick there for Horizon. I'm expecting that to be maybe a support because Kai'Sa Karma is just really good at shoving the waves so they can have prio on dragons, but it could be a Karma mid as well, kind of neutralize the push a little bit that Corki has. Could go both ways, but Sivir and Corki is just such a strong wave clear duo that if we've seen this before many seasons ago, where they would pick Sivir Corki or Sivir Azir, and games would go to 80 minutes because the Sivir and the Azir / Corki could just sit in the base and clear wave after wave after wave, and the other team could never really end the game. And so a lot of Horizon is going to have to be proactive, and they can't just be pushing in for waves. They're going to have to take fights. That's kind of what the Sivir Corki forces out of you. You have to fight them.
Yep. And we got Lulu ban on one side as well, trying to knock out maybe a little bit of support options, and Rek'Sai also a strong pick here. But they already have the Xin Zhao. Have you seen a lot of Rek'Sai go other positions beyond the jungle?
Rek'Sai has been picked top a little bit. It's not quite as popular as people thought it would be, and despite that, Riot is still, I saw the 0.7 notes, they're really trying to cut back on the healing it can have, so Rek'Sai top will be a little bit less good. I'm a Rek'Sai mid connoisseur, and I think Rek'Sai's support is surprisingly good as well, although I've never seen anyone really pull it out in any sort of match. But Rek'Sai is banned, Grag is going to be taken away, Jax off the table as well. So we'll have to see if Horizon want to blind pick a top laner, or if they want to break up the flex and pick a support / mid laner to go with the Karma and the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I was kind of sad for the Gragas ban. I would love to see one come out. You just can't get enough of those caskets. You either look like a hero, or you look like unfortunately, the wrong type of goat, just throwing it out there. Yeah, Jack's definitely in that late scaling game, maybe taking that away from the other side. Nautilus coming in as well, so that forces the Karma now to mid lane.
Yep, it should be a mid lane Karma. I don't think we're going to see any shenanigans of doing a Karma top or, the do and be special of Nautilus mid.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting it to be Kai'Sa Nautilus. Kai'Sa with the Nautilus is a very strong bot lane, just because, Nautilus has so much CC for Kai'Sa to follow up on when they hit level 6. A lot of proactivity. Poppy going to be the pick there. I'm expecting that to be a Poppy support. Poppy is very strong against the Nautilus, so Poppy Sivir is going to be our bot side if my expectations are correct, which means they will be Oh, I can't talk. They will be blind picking their top laner here. Oh, no, it's going to be Poppy top, and it's a Rel. Interesting.
There we go. Yeah, Poppy, great at support, but also I've played her many times. Top lane can be very annoying. You get that presence, the shield that she gets knocked back, and you can really just force the fight and say 5v5. Nope, I'm sending out half your team. Good luck and see what happens. And the Rel being picked up, great engage tool here from the other side. We'll see what they want to counter pick this with at the end.
Yeah, what's the last pick going to be here? We don't see the pick come through yet. They're really holding on to it. It's going to be the Malphite. So that is a really good pick here for Horizon. Take a look at the Monkeys comp. They've got the Xin Zhao for peel. They've got the Poppy for peel. They've got the Rel for even more peel. Malphite says, I don't care about any of that. I'm unstoppable. And it's going to come flying into the back line. So Sivir and Corki now have to be a bit more careful. Malphite with that ultimate knockup is going to allow Kai'Sa to get to backline as well, and there's nothing the Poppy, Rel, and Xin Zhao can do about that. So you got to be really careful now if you're Sivir and Corki on the side of Monkeys in this game. I was about to say that Monkeys have such a great setup for a kind of extended team fight. They have so much peel in frontline, but Malphite really neutralizes a lot of that.
Yeah, Malphite, that great engage tool, and if J4 pops someone in for the Cataclysm, Malphite can follow up. Nautilus can start the fight. They have a lot of engage tools that can be demonstrated there, but hopefully we'll see if Poppy and Rel are up to the challenge to peel a little bit, and if Sivir can maybe press her spell shield just in time for the Malphite ult and get away that way. But I love the team comps. We'll see if there's early aggressions out from the Monkey and see where exactly they're going to put the pressure on.
The one thing I'm a little concerned about from Horizon is take a look at their damage profile. They have a Malphite who's going to do a little bit of burst up front. It's a little bit of damage. Nautilus isn't going to do any real damage. Xin Zhao is going to get that, whatever that item is that does a bunch of damage on the first hit and then does nothing after that. And Karma is going to have some AP damage, but it's really not consistent at all. The DPS from Monkeys is just going to massively outwin the in extended team fights and round objectives. So Horizon, this is a comp where you can get picks. You have the Nautilus for the Kai'Sa to follow up, the Jarvan CC to follow up on for Kai'Sa, the Malphite ultimate, the Nautilus. There's so many different things that Kai'Sa can follow up on in picks, so they can burst on people to get advantages before the team fights. They're going to have to play very proactively before team fights to make sure they can get picks and secure advantages, because in those 5v5 contests, Monkey's comp is just significantly better.
Yeah, anything past, I think, 5-6 seconds worth of team fights, the scales are going to start tipping towards that other side, but I'm hoping there's some cheese level one, some great invade, some knocking back and forth, but we'll take it a break here shortly, and we'll get into the game.
Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we are back. We've got some of those issues sorted out. Sorry for the delay on that one, but we are finally in here. We've had to do a couple e-subs, some IRL stuff. You know, life isn't fair sometimes, and storms they tend to show up. We tried to ban the Volibear out, but it couldn't ban the Volibear in real life. So Volibear Storm shows up, and some people have to get e-subbed in, but we've got it all sorted. We're back into the game here for game one between the Monkeys and Horizon, and I'm excited to see how they're going to play this one out.
Yeah, we can't ban all the storms out, unfortunately. You still got Janna up there too. She can cause them
Yeah.
unspoon. You got the Queen of Ice. You got Brand. There's the elements. There's too many to ban out, so we just have to play with the cards we're given. But yeah, 5 point, nothing too crazy. Each team just chilling out right now, and nothing insane level one. I do have to call out the Ziver pizza skin. Yes, life is not fair, but you can have pizza. So I think just out of that, that's a win for me. They've already won the game.
It is a big win to have that pizza sliding through, and if I'm the Kaisa, there needs to be an option for this. Like, hear me out. If you pick Warwick up against a pizza delivery Sivir, you should be able to bite the boomerang.
Yes,
because
I
it's
agree.
pizza. That should be a thing, but unfortunately, there's no Warwick in this game. He had that full movement speed enabled and ulted right off the rift, so we're back down to 10 people, and game is getting underway. Jarvan started in the top side and will be padding down. Makes a lot of sense because you want to play around for this Kaisa. Xin Zhao, on the other hand, is doing that buff to buff clear, so we'll probably end up back bot side as this pathing continues, just a little bit behind the tempo from Jarvan, however. So we'll have to see what the Xin Zhao wants to do, because like we were saying, level 3 is that big moment, and Exotic is in a bit of trouble here. Might have to blow the flash.
Poppy just doing a great job of throwing out that shield, gathering that back up, and with the grass. I just want to make sure she has that. Yeah, that proc of just grasping the Undying, healing herself after everyone. It's very oppressive in lane, and we just saw Malphite almost get taken to that point of, do I need to burn it here?
Now, typically in a matchup like this, if you're Malphite, you go for the Comet. So it's interesting to see the grasp of the Undiving pick there, or the grasp of the Undying, rather, pick instead. We'll have to see how that plays out for them, how much health that this Malphite can stack up. Meanwhile, Xin Zhao, Poppy are looking to invade that top side jungle. Unfortunately, nothing will be there because Jarvan cleared toward bot side, so wasting a bit of Pakapal's time there. But he's going to be wrapping around onto a Karma who's not really sure what's going on. Is Karma going to get out of this one?
Yeah, we'll see. Kind of in bad position. Yes, Jarvan's on the other side just in case they do follow. Looks like they'll just do a quick, hey, how's it going? Do a little drive-by. Pun intended for Corky, and leave.
Just kind of showing up in the Corky's lane, saying hey to Defend, and gets back down towards taking that KFC. Jarvan at this point, though, because of that failed roam from Xin Zhao, is quite ahead, has a level lead there as well. Symphonic, here comes the fight.
Yeah, doesn't quite see him, does pop him up. Nautilus as well, great fight. First blood going over. They just had no idea it was the Wombo combo that you kind of touched on early on, and that's a great start for him.
Yeah, great start there. Xin Zhao had that invade topside that puts him behind on the tempo. Jarvan is up on levels. They bot side because you have the Kaisa against a Sivir. You do have a bit of early push. The Nautilus looking to go wide there. That allows Nautilus to run towards that river to help secure that scuttle. Xin Zhao stows up to try to take the scuttle as well and gets caught out.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate timing there, plus lack of vision and great rotations here by that bot side. Malphite now being a little bit of the aggressor as well. Did happen to go back, grabbed up that cloth, is able to trade a little bit better. Poppy going in here. Malphite does have to burn the flash.
Paul's here.
And Zal as well, hunting for him right now. The rock solid is not as solid as we thought. Maybe some nice clay to be molded here afterwards.
Yep, a little lump of clay there on the potter's wheel, and the potter, of course, being Xin Zhao, molds him into a little grace-green emblem. Malphite there blowing the flash ends up being 4-0. So both kind of want to talk about this really quick, though. Malphite did back and come back into the lane and died after coming back in with the teleport. We see a fight breaking out bot side, and that's going to be the Rel. Just dropped there real quickly. So Wheelchair Jungle has been rolling around this rift quite efficiently and picking up 2 kills to give over to their mid lane, and support stealing that last one away, but Defend, ooh.
Yeah, really forcing out the flash, being aggressive, having that, you know, little root there action ready to go. Unfortunately, the Monster Q not able to come out there and finish the job, and an early Dragon will be taken on this other side. When you were talking about the spinning clay pot, all I could think is Poppy's hands around it, and then Xin Zhao behind in that, you know, scene, the iconic scene of the wheeled pot and
Oh yeah.
basically shaping, which, you know, I'm not sure why that popped up, but yeah, this Nautilus just making plays left and right here. Great job in the bot lane, being proactive, and Karma just forced, and Nautilus comes out again. Great roam, picking up, hopefully the kill. The Ignite is down. Unfortunately, Nautilus takes that one. It's going to be Nautilus AD carry. They're going to start just transferring all the farm over. Starving Kaisa, new meta. Ooh, Flash going in here for the Kaisa. Kaisa running away, Ignite on her. Unfortunately, it's not able to go, and this is the battle of supports. Both of them getting the kills, and 80 carries are kind of taking towards the back, though.
Yeah, these supports have 3 kills. The 80 carries are combined 0, 1, and 2. So support is going to be the carry in this game so far, as Exotic is looking for quite an aggressive play. Paka Paul is here again. Is Malphite getting able to ult out of this one? Will be able to secure the ult with about 40 HP left in the inventory of his health bar. Xin Zhao might try to roam around to see if maybe he can get a flank back around onto this with the wind becomes lightning, but Malphite is going to be way too quick on the reset. So Paul is just wasting time. Pyramid Boy is mid though. Let's see if Karma's going to be just fine though.
Yeah, that Karma is just doing a great job of being so impressive in lane, and Corki really has to play in that safe manner in top side. Xin Zhao going for the trades back and forth. Jarvan, I don't quite know if that's what you want here.
Xin Zhao just kind of stuck around a long time there in the top side, and because of that, Wheelchair Jungle just kind of rolls up and says, hey, thanks for the kill, I'll take it, and gets a first kill on the board. Now Glada is gonna have to force to be reset, go back to lane, has no mana, it's probably gonna reset here, just back and walk back up to lane. Malphite is already back, has picked up a bit of health and armor, which will be really nice against that Poppy. But Malphite is down about a wave, or about 2 waves or a kill's worth of CS. So Poppy is quite ahead on the gold at the moment, has picked up that Bramble Vest and is picking a bit of magic resistance as well to help deal with the Malphite damage here in the laning phase. Meanwhile, bot side, Sivir has picked up about a 10 to 15 CS lead. Kaisa's going to close it up a little bit here as this wave gets crashed under tower, so she's going to even it up a fair amount, hopefully. That's 1 missed right there, so we don't talk about it. That's 2 missed.
Never happened. We don't look at that. We only look at the positives here. That Monster Q is really doing the damage there here. It looks like J4 as well does have to dash out there, does get the Cataclysm. Puts down the dome, the Thunderdome, and Karma is able to pick up the kill there mid. This early game, this mid, how are you going to stop this Karma from applying the pressure? And now that allows her too to start roaming with the jungler towards the side lanes if needed.
Paka Paul might be in trouble here. That's going to be the root coming out. That's going to force the ultimate out of the Xin Zhao. Hope that Q did no damage. That's okay because of the ultimate.
Balanced, just balance, as Rito likes it.
But they do like balance, don't they?
They do, especially when the champ comes out. How do we make them play this champion? We break it. We break all the ratios. They can play every lane. Have fun.
Yep. Riot is definitely one of the companies of all time. But we love them for making this game, usually.
So you play Nasus, and then there's Teemo top, and all of a sudden you're cursing gods that have never existed, but you find a way to curse them anyway.
Yep, I know how you feel. Although now the full AP what is this, Nasus where you do the Emax is pretty decently strong against the team when you can win out on it. But Poppy is taking some really nice trades here topside. Flashes forward with the ultimate and executes Exotic, who has the teleport up. It's probably going to be able to catch this wave because it's not going to get crashed under tower. Wheelchair Jungle shows up to make sure Glada can't crash it, so it's not going to be a ton of XP lost over to the Malphite. But a solo kill over to Glada means more gold in the jungle of this little Yordle that could. Paka Paul's going to come up and see if they can contest for these grubs, though.
Yep. Pocket Ball, just looking for anywhere to go in, but we do have the Malphite coming down as well as the Karma coming over, and that Karma just doing so much damage. Might be pushing them off. It looks like they're just going to give Xin Zhao his space a little bit here and maybe look for other objectives. Ping's going down towards the bot lane. Dragon coming up here in about 10 seconds. We'll see if that's another point of contention or if they're just kind of let it ride for a little bit and see if there's another team fight. We got 4 towards that top side now. Xin Zhao taking the last grub, or Ed and Eddie. I know you called them the last time. That stuck with me, and now that's all I can see them as
Ed and Eddie. Dragon is back up. Horizon took a very early dragon, as we saw earlier, so we'll have to see if they can maybe have a play towards getting an early dragon soul win condition potentially for them, because with this Heisa composition, you definitely want to be getting ahead early, as Corki and Sivir are just going to massively outscale you. But the Karma's damage is coming along quite nicely. She's got 2 kills under her belt. She's got the Lost Chapter. She's got the Fiendish Codex for a bit of extra CDR, especially as well as those CDR boots. And so gonna be able to spam those Qs out very regularly. And but they're going for the dragon here, bot side wheel triangle, gonna proc that off, and we'll see if Pakapal wants to do anything about it. But given the state of mid lane, how Karma has a complete crasher that Corki has to catch, this is almost certainly, unless Pakapal wants to steal this, we might have a fight here.
Yeah, Rel being popped here. They're looking for it. Rel going in, knocking up the Nautilus here. J4 on the backside as well, holding it up on the Cataclysm. Xin Zhao facing everyone out there. Goes Cataclysm down. J4 walking out. Barely. Dragon also just picking apart this team little by little. TP coming in here from the Poppy. Might see it to look and play. Rockets by the Corki as well. Just poking him out a little bit. Does get a dash over the wall. Going for it under tower. Does get blocked up, routed. Karma here locking up the Poppy as well. They are so close to getting this kill, but they know that the team is on the other side and they don't want to commit. Rocket going in for Corki. Sivir grabbing that kill, and maybe a second one here.
Oh.
She throws the pizza. Oh, Rocket just going high, little low, right in the middle would have been the greatest, and she gets out with no HP. Ignite going down. Nautilus picking up that kill. 3, 1, and 2, just getting back for the end of that team fight. That was about a 40-second team fight there. I love seeing it.
And Defen survived through the entire thing. Exotic's in a bit of trouble here topside though. Exotic uses that movement speed, but Wheelchair Jungle is here!
Oh, there's the Mambo combo. Malphite just giving him just enough space. J4 as well. Grabbing him, trying to get towards him, but with that turret, I don't know if he's going to die. If he does, flag and drag over, taking some tower shots here. Xin Zhao, it does have a little bit of healing in his arsenal. Unfortunately, misses an auto attacker, just clicks off right at the end there. That could have brought it to that 50-50, and J4 says, see you later. Thanks for the kill.
J4 chases all the way through the tower and just brushes it off like it's nothing. Kills the Xin Zhao, which is going to be the 4th death now here for Pakapal. Definitely struggling a little bit in this early game here in game 1. Did pick up that Ocean Dragon, so that's going to help kind of get monkeys towards the late game a little bit more confidently, because Horizon don't have that super early soul win condition now that they can, play towards anymore. But outside of that, Pakapal has been struggling here a little bit in this early game. Did pick up 5 grubs as well, though, so a bit of objective control has been nice for them. As Rel's going in for a bit of engage onto Jim Bonek. Not going to mean anything, though.
Yeah, J4 now looking towards the top side. They know Poppy's been a little bit of an aggro here. Malphite stealing up that movement speed. We'll see when Poppy decides to put up the shield. See, like Drake does try to come out. Poppy say not today. There's the ult, and unfortunately Poppy will take the gray screen back to the base.
That's Poppy's first death here in this game. Jarvan picking up the 4th one. Rift Herald is available, so Jarvan's going to swing right over onto that. Meanwhile, Malphite's going to be sitting up topside, crashing another wave. Poppy will not have teleports. That's going to be at least a wave and a half of experience that Poppy will be losing, which is really nice for Malphite, who was down quite a bit of experience, because we recall at the beginning, after his first teleports, instantly got camped and died. So was quite a ways behind on experience, but is going to be able to catch up quite a bit here with that play. Bot side, meanwhile, Antion and Pyramid Boy there, Sivir and Rel do pick up first brick tower in the bot side for the monkeys, so that's Sivir win condition is coming along quite nicely at the moment.
Yeah, right now doing a great job of pressing the advantage where they have it. They saw that, you know, Nautilus and Kaiser are both super low. Zinzao roaming up there and really just applying that pressure. If they do stay, that's an easy double kill. They say, we'll give up the tower, we'll farm a little bit more, and now we start to open up towards that mid game to see where that roam is. We'll see if Corki decides to slide down towards that bot side, or if he's going to stay mid and maybe look for a fight here. J4 coming from the side, not quite doing the flag and drag. Poppy just being that present up top. Flash coming up from Karma, doesn't want in. Nautilus going in as well for the Zinzao. Zinzao ults, grabbing everyone outside, doing no damage, but Karma steps in, picking up the kill there, and they are still not done. Rel being the next target here. Nautilus, great hook by them. J4 following in with the flag and drag. Double kill for the Karma, and they might be looking for more blood. Kaisa joining the fight here. Poppy coming from the side though. But there's pizza. You guys can't run away when there's pizza. It's pepperoni. Or is it mushroom? Ugh, that makes a difference.
Hey, hey, don't be hating on mushrooms. Mushrooms are pretty solid on a pizza. We were talking a little bit in the kind of the lobby before this game started. You're a Midwesterner, correct?
I am, yeah.
I can tell. You didn't say flag, you said flag. But that is a Midwesterner thing through and through. So I got that little nod there to the Midwest. Glada is going to continue to just fight back and forth, picking up that buckler shield. But Exotic at this point with the Sunfire Cape does quite a bit of damage. That armor works quite a bit for those thundering claps or whatever they're called that Malphite does. Glada is just happy to continue this fight though.
Yeah, just kind of back and forth. Both with Sunfires, we see the stacking on them, 47 to 43, very similar here. Zinzao going in, being that facilitator. Corki going in. Rel is also grabbing that shutdown goal. That is going to be huge and massive. The fight is not done. Kaisa super low. Zinzao grabbing up the double kill. That will put it back in. Flash coming up for Corki. J4 trying to get over there.
Oh no!
So he does end up getting it, putting down the spear here. Nautilus still super tanky, double buffs here, trying to kite out a little bit. Fortunately, it does going down to Sivir here. Sivir goes being popped as they mark that down. Poppy maybe has a hole in her pants. There's not a lot of mana. I know she had it at one point, but now it seems to be gone. So she might want to figure out what's going on there.
Malphite is throwing out those Qs, and Tion is pushing out that bot wave as well as Exotic's getting Glada lower and lower. This could be an all-in angle right here for Exotic. We'll have to see if they want to play for this, but Glada as well needs to be really careful. Herald Charge does go down mid lane. That takes the tower. Thank you, Wheelchair Jungle, who is now 5-0-6 on this Jarvan the 4th. Wheelchair is, nope, just going to clear that ward out and not look for an engage onto the Rel. The dragon has spawned here as well. So we'll have to see. So far, Monkeys do have the prio, largely thanks to this Sivir who has that static Shiv completed. So can push out the waves quite a bit quicker. Malignant's completed for both these mid laners. Horizon Focus done for the Karma as well. So she's going to have a lot of that ranged poke damage on that empowered Q. Level 11 has been reached for the Corki as well, so those ults are going to hit a little bit harder, especially thanks to the Malignants. So, meanwhile though, Horizon have started up the Dragon. Zinzao is nowhere to be found. This one's going over unless Corki can roam up really fast and throw a Q over, an R over the wall, but it's not going to happen. Cloud Dragon is going over to Horizon.
Yeah, that one's Dragon kind of leaving it up there a little bit. I think it was up for a couple of minutes. No need for a rush on that. We could have seen the package. We could have seen Corki kind of go all in and try to snipe it out of nowhere, but probably safer than sorry at that point. Zinzao now having a bounty on his head. He picked up 2 major kills that previous fight towards the bot side. And, you know, now that you called out a Midwestern, I almost want to go full Minnesotan and just, oh yeah, don't you know, that's a bag there, eh? And just really go for it. I feel like I don't have an accent, but then I listen to other people and I'm like, oh yeah, it's heavy.
Oh, now would you look at what we've got going right here? Symphonic is going to go for a little bit of fishing there on the Nautilus. You know, might be fishing around for a hook onto the Antion there with the pizza. we can go full Midwestern here on the cast, don't you know?
It's not a casserole. If you tell it's a casserole, you better mind your P's and Q's.
Listen, it's not a casserole if it's a tater tot hot dish, all right?
Oh yeah, oofta, just oofta.
We're definitely getting funky here on the cast, but meanwhile they're taking it seriously. The Monkeys are. They're pushing it down mid lane, and they're going to take a tower. Mid lane tower is cleared now for them, so this Sivir comp starting to come online. They have the static shift completed. The Navori quick blades now finished as well for Antion, so that's double crit items completed. Once you start getting to that third crit item is when Sivir really starts to come out online. So it's pressure starting to come on for Horizon. They've been 20 minutes into this game and they have amassed a grand total of 200 gold advantage and an extra dragon in advantage as well, but the clock is definitely ticking as Corki is level 12 now, 4 levels away from that real Exodia point, and Sivir as well, just slowly scaling into that nightmare late game team fighting monster that she can be.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but towards bot lane, the Mantra Q, the Inner Flame, was thrown out by Karma and literally took about a third HP, maybe even more towards that half, towards that Corki. So she is still pumping out the damage here pretty well. Can keep up with Corki, but with red buff, you never know what's going to happen. A couple of rockets, shots at him could change the game here.
Karma is definitely, has those 2 items, has the CDR boots as well, is definitely going to be throwing out a lot of those, whatever those Qs are called. I don't know. When I play Karma, I just hit Q. I don't be reading anything. Antion's a bit of trouble though here.
Yeah, J4 putting on the Catechism. Sivir having to flash out. TP going in here as well. They do have vision with that vision ward here. Zin's out, busting the ult, popping it over. Rel flashing over the side here. J4 being the next target here. The flag and the trade coming out. Nautilus going down. Ultimate coming up from the Malphite. Kaisa picking up from the Sivir here. Still battling going on. Poppy sending Malphite out of the battle. That is Kaisa for number 2 and 3 as well as Rel goes down. Great fight coming out there. 3 for 0, and it looks like Baron will be the next point of contention here.
That was some really great patience there out of the Malphite. Just hold still. Wait for the Sivir to pop that stealth shield to prevent the Nautilus ultimate from hitting. Then Kaisa goes invisible, runs right in on top of that Sivir, and combined with the Malphite, one shot their damage. And then at that point, it's just a scattered fight as the Horizon slowly pick them apart one by one. Kaisa running all over the place in that fight, picking up all 3 of those kills in that game as in that contest right there, and they pick up the Baron off it as well. And so what was a 200 gold lead a minute ago has now snowballed up to a 3,000 gold lead. They're going to have Baron. Dragon is spawning in a minute as well, which could easily put them towards Soul Point. And now Monkeys, they've got to be careful. They might have played a bit too carefully around towards their scaling conditions and given Horizon an angle towards winning this game.
Yeah, one bad team fight here will spell for disaster. They still have quite a bit of time on the Baron. They can start pushing down a side lane. They can still 4-1. TP was used by Corki. Unfortunately, nothing came of it, so that's another resource down here. Malphite still having it. Poppy, unfortunately, not having TP here. Fight breaking out here. Nautilus being the one to be picking out, but pretty tanky here. J4 coming over the side. Rel on the back line, trying to get down towards that Kaisa. Kaisa doing a good job of fighting that out as well. Taking down first kill. Zin's on the other side, taking out Nautilus, and it looks like Sivir will be the next target here. Ult being used here. Great pizza being flown out here. Really chipping down and really disengaging that. We'll see if they choose to come back into that fight. Poppy, on the other hand, here, just trying to fight off a big chunk of rock here. No longer clay, but a very hard surface. Unstoppable force coming out. Poppy.
Wait.
Towards the wall. What? Unfortunately, Tower is not given the grace enough to kill the Malphite.
Malphite says, Glada, you solo killed me earlier. Let me teach you about solo kills, and throws one right back onto the Poppy and says, hey, you've read the lore. You're not supposed to have that hammer. Go back to gray screen and find out who it belongs to, because it's definitely not yours. Sends it back to the gray screen. Now that's going to mean almost for sure that this third dragon is going over to Horizon. That's going to be, or sorry, the fourth one, but that's going to be their third. That's going to put them at a triple soul point, I guess, here in this game, as they're going to have 3 opportunities to pick up soul after this. Wheelchair jungle is going to get this last few thumps away onto it, and that is Cloud Dragon secured. They're pushing in the wave bot side. Zimphonic is zoning off the Corki so that bot lane outer tower can go down over to Kaisa, and here's a little hangout here with Takapon in the mid lane as well.
Poppy just kind of eating a little bit too much from the Comfort Malphite combo there, and really just at the end got bursted down about a third of the HP, and unfortunately paid the price for it. J4 still not seeing the great screen yet. Poppy now looking for a fight here, does smash into Karma. Dallas, they are still staying bot lane, and Malphite unfortunately dying there too. Sivir, great shutdowns, bringing the game a little bit closer, and good job turtling there, waiting for it.
Yeah, Malphite had the ultimate up in about 4 seconds before he died, so could have gotten out if he had a little bit more CDR. But I want to throw this back to when we were looking at the draft a while ago. We were talking about how these team compositions work. Monkeys, they want to be playing this 5v5 with the Sivir and the Corki towards the late game, and Horizon, they want to be going for this more skirmishy, looking for picks, and that's sure enough what Horizon have been doing. They've been spreading the map out and not really allowing Monkeys to have very many 5v5 opportunities at all, just kind of playing around Symphonic, playing around this Jarvan, and just looking for picks all the time, and looking for fights where they have, you know, personnel advantages, and never really allowing that 5v5 to happen. So they've been playing to their strengths very well, and it's secured them. It was a 5,000 gold lead. After that, 2 deaths there in the mid lane, it does drop to about 4k, but it's still a nice, comfortable little pocket of gold advantage over to Horizon here in game 1.
Yeah, kind of great back and forth and playing towards their team strengths. We'll see how the closing starts of it here. No objective up for 2 minutes. Baron being the next thing up on that here. Great coverage on wards here towards that top side, thanks to that Nautilus here. And we'll see if they try to do anything cheeky and try to get a pick here as they want. J4 just kind of lurking around as well. 5-0 and 12. Great job facilitating, going around, gets Thorn Mail. This is Frozen Heart. That is a very tanky J4. Usually I tend to see that bruiserish Black Cleaver kind of going in here, but they are opting in here for the full tank. But Sivir popping the ult, trying to look for something, giving a free pizza away, but I think Kai'Sa's a little full right now.
Malphite might be in trouble here. The whole team is roaming up. He's going to see them right about now. Does have the ultimate available to get out. Is actually going to start running down towards bot side to try to use that Q move speed to go. What are you going to do? You're going to ult out that way, but Antion is right there. So good luck getting out of this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Malphite holding on a little bit too much, and as well as the amount of DC that was painted right there. That was probably a good 3 seconds kind of standing there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, great job of rotating over, knowing Rel going in here, busting the ult there, trying to grab up, does grab 3 on the backside, zins out, does knock everyone away, unfortunately does get the Kai'Sa, but deters enough people off of that side that Rel is going to walk away here. A 3-for-0 going down, and we got Baron up in 30 seconds.
Baron is up in 30 seconds, and the Jarvan is down for 35. So there's a small window here that Monkeys can rotate over with this little window of control that they have to maybe set up to potentially get a Baron for themselves. They're pushing mid lane. They're going to take a tower. That's going to close that gold lead down to less than 1,000. They're pushing in towards his inhibitor tower as well. Their inhibitor tower mid lane did drop, but Kai'Sa's not going to be able to do much about this. Definitely going to try to walk up. Malphite is here as well and has the ultimate here in about 5 seconds. Level 16 on that big old rock. The ultimate is up now, so maybe they can look for something here. They're going to clear out the mid wave, and meanwhile, Monkeys are rotating over towards that Baron to try to set up for it. Jarvan has respawn and is walking out onto the map as well, and because they know that the timing is just a bit too thin, Monkeys are going to elect to reset for the moment. Maybe they're going to look for a catch here onto carry.
They do. Poppy ends up shoving her back into the wall, has to leave here. Meanwhile, in the fight, still going Sivir on the backside. Malphite trying to unstoppable force. Sivir, nice job with the spell shield. Unfortunately, does get the kill on their side towards the Nautilus. J4 taking down the Sivir as well. Corki package going down the backside towards Karma. Unfortunately, not able to finish it here. Malphite trying to tank it out and stall a little bit for the Kai'Sa to get back. J4 gets out. Karma gets out. A 1-for-1 out of all that. I thought we were going to see more bodies at the floor.
Yeah, I thought we'd see more people drop as well, but surprisingly, only 1 death apiece. Sivir does drop, so that means Monkey's Baron here is going to be very slow, but Wheelchair is right there to kind of see it. They don't have vision on it just yet, so I'm assuming they think they know what's going down. The flag's to go over and see that for sure. Here comes the teleport in from the Malphite as well. Wheelchair has a smite. Pakapal has a smite as well. And oh, they're going in for a fight here.
Yeah, J4 Cataclysm with 3 there. Kai'Sa on the other side of there has free reign, does take out Rel. Going for the next one here as Poppy goes down, and Karma picking up the triple. Great TP coming from that other side as well, really delivering that pinch point towards that Baron. Unfortunately, they were not able to press off of it in time, so now only Sivir and Corki are left. We'll see if they opt to. Nope, they are not going to try to take the Dragon quick as Baron falls here, and Dragon will be the next point of contention.
Yeah, Sivir and Corki needed to run over to the dragon and try to take it ASAP to prevent that soul from going down. But especially because they've allowed Horizon to clear out that mid lane, Wheelchair Jungle's going to rotate over and say, you guys can just 4-man group it down mid. I will take this dragon all by myself. So it's going to go over to them. That's going to be a triple stacked Cloud Soul going to Horizon with this pick comp that they've secured for themselves and have piloted quite well, especially around that superior jungling of Wheelchair on the Jarvan. So great here, game one for this Jarvan. The jungler on Horizon has had so much control all across the map, so much control in these team fights, and it's securing for them now a second Baron and Dragon Soul for Horizon.
Yeah, empowered backs here going off out a hitch. Oh, I thought it may have been hit here by Scuttler with his spins out, proccing the Hydra just in case. What do you do now? Are you going with the 4-1? Are you bringing all team 5 and hoping someone's a little caught out here? What's your play of execution if you're on red side trying to end this game?
You're trying to end this game on red side. Malphite has been just really solid in the side lane alone, so I think you probably leave the Malphite over on a side lane. Especially because you have so many towers gone, they're going to be pretty close to each other as you get close to Monkey's base. So you want the Malphite, like they're doing right now, pushing out the bot side. You have the mid inhibitor already gone, so Kai'Sa's up there as she should be, catching that top tower while Karma and the Nautilus are just kind of doing some shenanigans and messing around to make sure that they can get that wave crashed safely onto that top inner tower rather, as Malphite crashes a tower into the bot tower the wave into the bot tower at the same time, and we can see them executing it basically perfectly. Both waves crashing at around the same time. That's exactly what you want to see as Wheelchair is going for a bit of an engage. Sivir popping the ultimate. We've got to fight.
Yeah, Clackism going down, finding the Nautilus, but unfortunately a little too tanky. Karma as well, trying to grab that Sivir out of there.
Oh, carry!
Does end up following Sivir. Double kill, Kai'Sa double kill on the other side as well. Meanwhile, bot lane, Malphite just keeps pounding away. J4 able to walk away here with his life. Corki picking up that, and that'll be a 3 for 2. Unfortunately, not quite seeing the fight that they wanted to. Nice little pinch point going out there. They are losing quite a bit though. Mid lane here, super minions coming in, haven't quite knocked on the tower, so they might be all right here. Baron's still up here on the Malphite. Just for a little bit though. Looks like that'll be done here in the next 30 seconds. No objectives on the field. We'll see when the next fight happens.
But that means more scaling for the Sivir, who has picked up the Lord Dominates Regards. That's 4 crit items now for the Sivir. Not a lot of damage, but a lot of attack speed to just slice through again and again and again with all those pizzas. She wants to be not just a pizza shop, she wants to be a pizza clinic, throwing out tons of pizzas, making sure all the members of Horizon are fed with these pepperoni and mushroom pizzas. So
she's a franchise. It's a buy one get one free. She is just pizzaing to everyone.
Corki has reached level 16 as well, so that's a big break point there for Akbalo, which is a really cool name actually now that you read it. So, you know, again, now we had that nice lead. We had the nice tempo going for Horizon. The second Baron goes over to them. And once again, a fight goes wrong after the Baron. And yes, the base has kind of been broken open in there in the mid lane, but they haven't been able to do anything with it since. So Horizon need to get this thing working because at some point they are going to get outscaled.
Yeah, the Corki Sivir is going to be putting out too much damage. Looks like GA's looks for the next point item here for the AD carries. Will extend that team fight just a little bit longer as well. Corki 266 and 294 for the Sivir. They are farming up and they're definitely hitting those points, those 4 or 5 items where they are going to be crushing through people and slicing through them, no pun intended, as quick as they can here.
Yeah, nothing much to fight for right now. Baron has worn off, so there's really nothing much you can do except just try to clear these waves out. Malphite is trying to push it in topside, but Poppy's wave clear is just too solid as they might look for a pick here. Nope, they're going to have to move with speed to get out of there. They get out of dodge, push that wave back in. Malphite is just wet noodle fighting it against Glada there, who has that Kanik Rookern there as well for the extra MR shield. The Sunfire Cape and the Knight's Vow completed as well, which is obviously going to be going over to that Sivir.
Yeah, just, you know, some wet sake noodles being thrown back and forth. Yeah, they may hurt from time to time, but I don't think anyone's going to be bursting down. Meanwhile, it looks like they're sending everyone kind of towards that bot side, as well as Kaisa and J4 pushing up that mid. Looks like they will be backing here for that point of contention. 40 seconds left for the Baron. We'll see who gets that vision and see if they might try to grab a pick here while everyone's out.
Nautilus going to be recalling there as well, as the whole team resetting. Nautilus has picked up that second pink ward, so or control ward rather, as they renamed it quite a few years ago at this point. A lot of vision control is in the inventory of Horizon, so they can't set up for this third Baron. Maybe this one will work out better for them, but unfortunately, about 45 seconds after the Baron will spawn, Elder Dragon will be on the table. So Horizon, you need to navigate this fight very carefully. You need to navigate the macro here very carefully, because if you mess it up or do it the wrong way, Baron is already live though, and they're thumping it down really quickly, seeing if Kaisa can shred through it. The vision ward is going to go down, and that's going to temporarily dissuade them from attempting that objective. Malphite pushing out the bot lane. Corki sitting there waiting to use the package and teleport into whatever fight does show up. It's just hanging out there. He's going to pick it up now and start moving towards the bot side to contest the Malphite.
Yeah, it was a great look over here, but actually we're coming here, so... Oh, Poppy looking to be the next point of contention here. Kaisa doing a great job of slicing them down. Has to get out of there now. Look as well. J4 going towards the backside. Karma getting out with just a little bit of HP. Unfortunately, Zin's out picking that up as well. Last plant going over there, escaping, and now the next point will be Rel going down. Kaisa trying to survive, does end up GA popping there. Unfortunately, she is not going to live through this when it is a 4v1, almost giving out the J4 position. They have to go back. Death timer's now 50 seconds, 35 for the next one here for Nautilus support. Karma mid as well. 9 enough time to end, but definitely maybe to get an inhibitor. Take that back. Now if we want to look at objective, they're leaving both Baron and Dragon up there where they could have taken it, so they are pressing on the inhibitor more than objectives.
Now they're going to look to try to end here. They have 5 grubs, which means they get extra minions here to show up. You can see them kind of popping in there right now. We'll have to see if Wheelchair can clear this out. He's been the hero for this entire game. There he goes fighting through. Pops the Cataclysm. Let's see if he can hold this one out.
Yeah, he is pretty tanky going that without any move. Nautilus coming up as well. Karma coming up now. We got 10 seconds yet on Malphite, but they are shredding through this between Corki and Sivir. I think they have it. They just need to focus down the Nexus, and they end up grabbing it at the very end.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when Sivir gets to 5 items. You're 38 minutes into the game. Corki is level 18. Sivir is level 18. And yes, the early game and indeed the mid game does go kind of wrong. But there's nothing you can do if you're the Horizon team, if you hit that late game full build Sivir. It's just too powerful. It wins out that final Baron team fight, and Monkeys go up in the series 1-0.
Yeah, great game going back and forth there. We saw that scales tip at that Baron fight. Unfortunately, while they're trying to set up, they come out, and then all of a sudden Poppy gets a good pick off there, and it just becomes chaos from that point, and they've scaled too much.
Take a look at that damage from Anti on Sivir. 45,000 damage in that game. A nice pop-off performance in those final couple fights to really just push the team over the edge of that slump and get to the victory. Pakapal did struggle quite a bit in the early game, but towards the mid and late game just became so disruptive to allow the Sivir to just stay in those fights that game really turned around, and the scaling just came through for them finally after about 37 minutes of gameplay, and of that gameplay, most of it being in favor of Horizon.
Yeah, I think it's pizza diff more than anything else. We can't really chalk it up to anything but pizza, so we'll see if the next game, if there's a little bit more food presence coming out from either team.
Yeah, next game will be coming up shortly as the teams go and figure out what they want to do with their strategies, figure out if they maybe want to ban the pizza away or let them even more food, because let's be real, we're all hungry. Second game will be coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Grab your hot dish and come back.
Welcome back, everybody, to game two. We had quite a long, extended game one there. Went back and forth quite a bit. A couple of big barons, then baron throwing the fight right after it happened twice. Then finally, there's a throne fight before the baron, and monkeys run it down mid and end the game. And now we're in for game two, as we continue to protest the storms that are taking place for some of the players as we ban Volibear away again. We'll have to see if they want to switch it up, though, with some of these bans as we go into game two.
Yeah, familiar bans here. We got Tristana, Volley, Blitz as well. Maybe they just don't like Yordles. We'll see if the Sivir gets banned, Corki as well, Zuri. You touched on that as well. Are we going to see the Jinx on the other side being taken out?
Jinx might be the ban. Typically, when you ban the Zeri away, the Jinx is the other hyper carry that you just get rid of. So I would not be surprised to see the Jinx here taken away unless Horizon want to first pick it, which it could very well be the case if they do that here. So if they don't ban it here, I'm expecting a first pick Jinx. They're going to drop away the Sivir. Xin Zhao taken off the table. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see Jinx. There it is.
Easy pickup. Yeah, banning out that Zen. While he didn't have the most impact in that early game, we did see towards the late, he really did a great job of just kind of spreading out the, damage right there and making sure that he was on the back line, always causing problems for the carries and really kind of separating everyone for those fights. So not too surprised to see that. We'll see what monkeys decide to pick here in retaliation for the Jinx.
Twitch is gonna be the pick. Now Twitch is a funky one. Twitch can go AD carry. We've seen support Twitch. We've even seen that weird roaming mid lane Twitch that has popped on and off from time to time. But given the Jinx pick, I expect it to be a Twitch bot lane, either Twitch or in the AD carry or support role. Twitch mid is just a bit too weird to be blind picking here, unless maybe they want to flex it. Either way, they're going to go with the Janna. So like we were talking about in game one, the other Storm character is picked up. You can't ban away all the Storms. Janna is the support lock-in to go along with the Twitch. Twitch Janna is really good, by the way.
Yeah, too many elements to ban out here. My thought process, I remember, I think it was a couple of seasons ago, Twitch Jungle, and it was just so, like, you would do a camp, instantly roam mid or bottom, get a kill, and then just hyper scale. Rek'Sai not being banned out, so they are picking it up here towards that other side, but that disengage from Janna and Twitch really being able to play safe on the outside. Really liking the team comp here from monkeys already with those two picks.
And the Seraphine is being hovered right now. That would be fun to pair along with the Jinx to catch the Twitch off guard, because you know it doesn't matter how far away, they do lock it in. So if the Seraphine can land a nice ultimate and catch the Twitch, there's good opportunities for Rek'Sai to be able to get in onto the Twitch and onto the Janna and keep them CC'd up long enough for Jinx to throw down that damage from the what are those two guns called? She calls them Pow Pow and
I only use the cosmic one, so she sends them. She calls them different things, I believe.
That's true.
It's Hero and Kuro or like something like that for one. So I mean, at least she names them. She's nice. She wants to get personal with her weapons, and that's.
But we see a Gragas pick that you were wanting in game one.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
We've got Gragas.
Great disengage or engage options here, depending on where the barrel falls. We'll see where the next bans come out. Yorick, that lane oppressor that just wants to split push, grabbing that Undertaker mentality and really rising up all the minions to smack down that tower as fast as they can.
Yeah, Yorick is a good ban. We'll have to see what else they want to ban away. I would not be surprised. There's the Jace. That's kind of an odd one to take away. to see what do they want to go with for last couple of bans. I'm surprised we haven't really seen any of the mid laners targeted away here.
Yeah, they might just be going, throw out your best, we'll take ours as well, to really kind of going for a lot of top bans. I know Jace mid I've seen quite a bit as well. Great poke early game, you get a little falling behind, but towards that later game, you hit a shock blast gate, 2 or 3 of them, and that spells trouble when you try to start that team fight at half health. Corky on the other side being banned away too, so Sivir and Corky, none of that late game power going over. But yeah, a Seraphine ult, Rek'Sai tunneling underneath, and Jinx just being able to open up rockets already super scary. So how much do you negate it? Kindred on the other side,
Kindred,
making sure that invulnerability might be popping out just in case they do hop on that Twitch and is able to kind of really disengage. I want to see this wombo combo with that Gragas. Everyone's in that Kindred ult. Gragas tosses the barrel, sends them all out. Twitch on the other side ready to go. Takes them all out as soon as they exit.
Gragas and Kindred are a really fun combo as well, because the Kindred can throw down the ultimate, and no matter who's in it, Gragas can just throw down that explosive cast and just knock everybody out of it. They're gonna lock in Twisted Fate though, so that could be that top lane Twisted Fate where you go full AD, or it could be the less common AP Twisted Fate mid, or even an AD TF mid. So they're obviously gonna show their hand here, pun intended. Cho'Gath is going to be the last pick, so technically they can flex those to both sides if they do lock this in at will. Could be the AP Cho'Gath mid, it could be the tank Cho'Gath top side. So really a bit of flexibility coming out here for this mid top of Horizon.
Yeah, really just being safe about it, because they could really rotate anywhere, and having the silence and CC, that utility that TF brings can really mess up lanes here. We'll see what they end up quote unquote countering with it, but you almost have to counter 2 picks, which doesn't really fall too well. Final seconds pick down, and Aurelion Sol, another great disengage tool. Execution, not a great one, but ended up on that, and great scaling as well as he pulls down those meteors for fights.
The monkeys are ready to get yapping. They've picked up the Aurelion Sol, and now we get to see how they want to play it out. The monkeys, again, have gone for a bunch of scaling. They have the Aurelion, they have the Twitch, they've got the Kindred who's going to scale pretty well as well. Flip side, though, a bit more scaling and a bit more proactivity on the Horizon side. They've got the Cho'Gath to scale, the Jinx to scale. By the way, is that a Cho'Gath, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is that a Rek'Sai jungle or is it a Cho'Gath jungle?
Once again,
I wonder what they're
don't
doing.
know. I'm going to call the Cho'Gath top, TF mid, Rek'Sai jungle, but I kind of hope I'm wrong in that case.
I'm calling it's a Rek'Sai top. I'm calling the Rek'Sai top.
Right.
It's going to be Rek'Sai with Cho'Gath jungle and a Twisted Fate mid lane against the Aurelion Sol. But, bets are on, and we could both be wrong. It could be, throwback to the Unicorns of Love days and Twisted Fate jungle. So, you never know what's going on in these games. We're going to throw it to a quick break as we get loaded up and wait for the spectator delay. Don't go anywhere. We've got Game 2 action between the Monkeys and Horizon coming right after this brief pause.
We'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, we're getting that stupid spectator bug again. It's not much we can do about it. It's been happening across every single league, and we've kind of made the decision to say, you know what? Let's not be pushing things super late. It's been going like that for a couple different, basically every single league is dealing with this at this point. So we're going to be ending the stream here and be watching in the Discord to see who ended up winning the series. It's been a very fun series. It was really fun to watch game one together. It was very back and forth. So I wish both of these teams the best. Unfortunately, we are going to have to call it here. It's just too difficult to try to get these things working. We're not even sure if the spectate will work once we get the file because it's crashing before we can even get into the game. So we're going to call it here. I'm Sharpie. This is Gitano. I'm sorry for this terrible news, but there's nothing really we can do. Our hands are tied.
Have a great night.